And it's another Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm your host, Mac Davis. Of course, with me each and every week is none other than the WWE Hall of Famer, Mr. Teddy Long, and a special guest hidden behind, is that hair? I can't tell what that is in front of this man's face.
I'm in the upside down.
Yeah, see, Stranger Things does bring stranger people, and stranger people being that of pro wrestling journalists. Not only is he a pro wrestling journalist, he's a true pro wrestling journalist, and he's legendary. None other than Mr. Bill Apter. Hey, Bill.
Hey, let me get back from the upside down.
Okay.
Oh, man. Wow, it's so good to be back with you two again.
And it's always good to have you on the show, Bill.
You know, after hours for me is like 1 a.m. After hours at 7 o'clock? Come on.
You know, there was at one time, and I think I may have told Teddy this, when I first was kind of toying around with the idea of Road Trip After Hours, the name, my thought was I'd like to sit down with guys and have a drink. You know, like at some of these conventions, sit around, just have a drink and a conversation. And that's where that original idea was. It just, you know, that's not as easy as it sounds. So you can't do it. But that's originally where the After Hours came from. But look here, Teddy, I don't know if you watch Stranger Things. Is that a show that you've watched?
No, I haven't seen it.
Bill, I know you're a fan of it, right?
Huge fan of it.
One of the biggest shows, they broke Netflix 3 different times. They made them go down because of the popularity of the show. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted Bill on the show today, because I watched this past Monday night.
Don't start me. I'm really PO'd.
Oh, man. The Stranger Things crossover with WWE. Now, I think a lot of people were expecting a really cool show, something different that, you know, give you a different vibe. How can you fail so miserably? Look here, I'm not down on WWE, but I will say this. Hang on real quick. All you had to do was simply give us something with the Stranger Things feel, not the sets. The set meant nothing. You had no actors, no stars, nothing there whatsoever. It was a total waste of time. And look here, the Wyatt Six of all nights, could they not have had some kind of type of a part of this show?
Did you notice down on the left-hand side of the TV where they have the logo, your Netflix?
Yeah.
Once every few minutes, they had the monster there, just and it went so fast you couldn't even tell what they did. Then they had they showed the radio station truck. They just showed the inside of it. There should have been some wrestlers inside of it, or maybe they could have had one of the cast members. Netflix,
just one. I mean, nobody from the show showed up.
Nothing.
Well,
nothing.
That's one thing they should have did, was got at least somebody from the show. But then we have to look at it like this too. They may have been limited to what they could do, and a lot of stuff they might not could do.
But why would you spend that much time getting your set? I mean, they did have an elaborate set around the ring, and they had a great little opening in the very beginning. But that's where it ended. I mean, once that little opening piece was done, just like the start of this show where we gave that little Stranger Things tease, we gave you just as much as WWE gave you the other night. And we're just a little podcast.
Hey. If they tried to marry the fans from Stranger Things to watch WWE, they probably watched and were probably blown out of their minds by nothing happening, and that was a very strange thing.
Teddy, can you imagine having that much of a creative ability with a show that is so huge that everybody's been watching it? Can you imagine letting the ball drop on that?
Yeah, I definitely would have had somebody from the show. I definitely would have had
that. Everybody in that cast is a wrestling fan. I know that for a fact.
Yes.
And it would not have been difficult. I mean, even if you had to send one of your wrestlers to them, tape it in advance. You've known about it for at least, 10 days, I think, before the show aired. So you had time to make something happen, but nothing happened. It was just like you let the air out of a balloon and there was just nothing there. And the fans were waiting for that to show up.
They could have had one of the wrestlers make an entrance from the upside down, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. If they were going to debut Chris Jericho that night, which they didn't, that would have been a great way to do it. But they did absolutely nothing. Now, Netflix is responsible for both shows. How could Netflix not make sure that there was someone, and one or two of the cast members are in Broadway shows, and Monday nights Broadway shows don't run. So they're 10 miles away from Brooklyn,
Yep.
from Manhattan. I don't get it.
Bill, you brought up something else. Teddy, I don't know if you've heard this, but Chris Jericho has been rumored to go back to WWE. Bill, do you know anything more about this? Because I've only heard rumors that he's going to eventually show up.
Yeah, I heard the rumors.
Yeah, I have nothing definitely signed in ink. I think AEW, he's still on the AEW website. I think if they're going to bring him in, it's going to be in Riyadh at the Royal Rumble. But I said Riyadh at the Royal Rumble, so somebody's going to see him traveling and blow the whole surprise. You know that. But I don't even know how they're going to get so many guys. They're going to fly them over, obviously, for the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is going to be totally, I don't think it's going to have that feel that it has here in the United States in Riyadh at all. And the girls are not going to be able to wear what the little things that they wear here in the United States. It's going to be totally different. But I think he's going to come out in the Royal Rumble. I could be totally wrong, but
Teddy, you think for him going to WWE, would you like to see him show back up over there and leave AEW, or should he stay in AEW?
Well, I don't know. Chris Jericho is a great talent. I mean, he does good anywhere he goes. You know what I mean? So he's going to do good if he goes back there, and he's going to do good if he stays in AEW. So I think it's kind of left up to Chris. But him and I always, had a good conversation and talk sometimes. So I'm going to watch this closely. I I just really want to see if he really goes back.
I got to tell you, there's one thing that I noticed that Chris Jericho, and I think I said this on one of the shows probably in the last month, that I felt like Chris Jericho has gotten in great shape. I've seen pictures. I mean, he's in some of the best shape I've seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
And that makes me think he's making the jump. Now, and that bothers me to a point, because when you think about that, when you see him getting in shape and you see people like Matt Hardy, when he left AEW, was getting into shape, some of the guys, when they get to AEW, get soft looking, if you understand. They don't look as chiseled and hard and that rough pro wrestler look. But
Well, they
for
start
some reason,
slacking.
yeah, they start slacking. There's an environment there in AEW, is my guess, that they can slack like that, because those guys, when they want to go back to WWE, they show up in much better shape.
well,
every
I'm
time.
going to say something. I'm going to say
What?
something. I watched AEW last night on
Hmm.
Wednesday night, and they kept me for the whole show. The whole show was great. They started off with Shelton Benjamin, who's one of the great pro wrestlers of all time, against John Moxley. And I want to say something about Shelton Benjamin. For many years in Ohio Valley Wrestling, he teamed and went against Brock Lesnar. And the way I watched him against Moxley the other night, he's doing suplex after suplex. He's doing everything Lesnar did, and just as well as Brock Lesnar. But they started off with a wrestling match instead of 20 minutes of a WWE setup promo that they're doing more and more on WWE, and especially on Friday nights now, that they're 3 hours on SmackDown. So it's more talk and less action. But every match they had on AEW last night for about 2 hours and 20 minutes, everything was really well. It was a good old school pro wrestling show, and they did have some slapstick. They had a Mercedes Monet fall into a cake, and so. But there's a little shtick, in every wrestling show.
Well, I
But
think
as
a
far as a
wrestling
pro
show.
wrestling show, it was really good.
Yeah, and Teddy, for a pro wrestling show, you got to have some of that levity in there where you have the
It's
comedy.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way wrestling used to be done and how it's done today, it's so different. But there are glimpses of the past still in today. You just, I don't. Anyhow,
The
Yeah,
Indies and
move on.
everything else.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, let me go on to another topic that really PO'd me this week. They're doing promotion for the WWE Unreal series again, which is a documentary that takes fans backstage. And I understand that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are very PO'd about this. Becky Lynch said, "What am I going to tell people, that I've been lying all these years when I protect the business?" And then Paul Heyman in the promo goes, "It's scripted. It's all scripted." So does this mean that Teddy, you, me, when I never broke kayfabe and still protected at times, does this mean now that we were blatantly lying to people? Look at it. All the years.
I look at it as protecting the business and protecting the characters and the stories and the
Hey,
show altogether.
see the way you guys looking at it, and the way I've seen it now is, yeah, right. You know, everything's scripted, like he says, but it ain't just wrestling. Okay, it's every sport that's out there. It's all a work. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, look here. I've said this all along.
Hey, I tell you what,
Life is a work.
not to cut you off, but look what's been happening the past week with these coaches making these bad calls and all this. Yeah, the people been protesting at the. I mean, just look at it.
Yeah, there were accusations of payoffs to the refs in some cases. I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah, but I still want to go back to that. Since I've been in the business in 1970, you knew to protect the business. And when I first started in the magazine, I asked the boss, Stanley Weston, what do I say if people ask me, is wrestling fake? And you just look them in the eye, he said, and you say, absolutely not. And that's what I did. And now I feel these people looking at me like the guy was lying to us.
nah.
Yeah.
It was a different time. If
They
people
know,
look at you,
man.
if they look at you that way, Bill, the hell with them.
Even the people that listen, some of the people that are smart, they still buying wrestling tickets. So go ahead. Ain't nobody worried
Yeah,
about
but I
that.
just hate for somebody that I've known so long, like a Paul Heyman, and he's got a great position and he's a great person and for WWE to have, but just I don't know if they fed him the line or whatever, but as soon as he said it's all scripted, I went like, no, please don't say that.
They
Well,
know, man. They
yeah.
know. These people know what time it is.
Well, by the way, if you want to be a part of the show and ask Bill any questions about his career, feel free to do so. Just drop us a comment in the comment section and we'll throw it up on the screen. It doesn't cost you anything. That's the best part. No
Wait,
super stickers here.
you're gonna throw up on the screen?
Yeah, we'll throw up on the screen now that hopefully you're not eating dinner while you're watching the show right now. It was Zach popping in the room. It's good to see you, Zach, saying healthy weight, healthy look day, Teddy and Mac.
Thank you, Zach.
He didn't say anything about baked goods or anything else like that. You know. Oh, by the way, look here. I don't. We all three are old enough to remember McDonald's when they first started their apple and cherry pies. They were piping hot fried pies. Burger King, free plug, has now added apple cinnamon pies to their menu. Man, they got me now because that's one of the things I miss. I missed it from McDonald's years ago, and to bring back something like that from my childhood, oh, and they taste just as good. Go out and get you
If
one.
it's not chocolate, I'm not interested.
Me
No,
neither.
I'll get now. Wait a minute, Teddy. I bet you'd eat a fried pie in a heartbeat.
Oh no,
No, really.
that's a little bit too rich.
Currently, man's stopping by and saying hello, and pretty classy lady. She's in the room as well. Pee Wee, yes. If you notice, you're asking about the hats. I'm wearing one tonight on purpose because I knew Teddy would get on to me if I didn't wear the hat.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
so I got the hat on. They just came in, so that's going out in the mail tomorrow. So you'll be seeing it soon.
Wait.
That's what's
Teddy
that?
Long asked me to tell a story that I've never told before.
Okay, go ahead.
And it happens to involve a hat.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to put the hat on first, and then I'm going to tell you the embarrassing story.
Okay.
So now you're the star of your own movie.
Look here.
Ah.
While you have that hat on, while you're wearing that hat, and hopefully he's still in the
And I
room because
don't
we
do
took us a
drugs.
little while here.
I've never smoked
Uh,
marijuana. But
Charles writes, the Godfather,
Yeah.
saying he's showing the smoke train on the screen. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you in here.
Oh,
Well, look
hey,
at
Godfather.
look at that connection right there. As soon as Bill put that hat on, Godfather popped right up.
hey, there you go.
Wait,
All
Godfather, I have something for you. Speak softly, love, so no one hears. And anyway, all right. So here's the story.
okay.
I was booked in Germany and Amsterdam to do some wrestling stuff by Alex Shane, Frontier Martial Arts, way back when. And I was touring around Amsterdam during the day, and I like to get a baseball cap from like every hang on a minute from like every city that I go to, like Brighton when
Yep.
I was in England. So I walked into a gift shop and I saw this hat with this pretty leaf on it.
That's
I
a pretty
had
leaf.
no
It is.
clue what it was. So I paid for it and I'm leaving the place and I'm walking around the streets and people go, oh, hey, hey, hey. I'm going like, "What's wrong with you?" So I walked into the dressing room the next night and the guys are going, holy SH, what? Look how cool After is. And I said, what is it? Everybody's it's so Johnny Storm takes me to the side and he says, Uncle Bill, don't you know? That's the weed. It's marijuana. I said, ah! I've never done drugs in my life, but I loved the hat.
You know, I'd be the type because your wife would probably die if you wore that out in public.
No,
Oh,
she'd probably smoke with me, but go
oh,
ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Let's give her a
No,
big hand. All right.
no, we never did. Never did.
So we got Dave in the room. That's a great story, Bill.
Wait, that's the end of what you're going to comment on that then, right? You got to stick my wife into this.
Oh yeah, well, I was getting out of it real quick. That's why I stopped.
You want me to wear? Should I wear this the whole? Rest of the
Yeah,
show?
go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
Teddy, you're missing a hat.
you can keep fooling them. A lot everybody do.
Oh yeah. Dave is saying, "What up from St. Louis?"
Hello there, Dave from St. Louis. Glad to have you with us, player.
And let's see. Well, that's letter 2, Pee Wee. Sorry about that. Let's get that off the screen. Nicholas is popping in the room saying, hello, my great friends. Good to see you, Nicholas. And let's see. Joe. Oh, hey, Nick Patrick popping by as well saying, have a great show, guys.
Oh,
And
Nick
yeah, well,
Patrick.
let's give Nick Patrick a big shout out too, because he's got a big wrestling event coming up in February, and I'm going to be a big part of that, and so we'll be talking more about that as the days goes.
Hey Nick, I'm available for bookings too, commission,
Yeah.
any of that stuff.
Hey, and Nick, I don't know if you're talking about my hat or Bill's hat. My guess is you're probably talking about Bill's hat. So,
Exactly.
By the way, I met Nick for the first time when I met
That
Teddy.
road trip after our hat ain't got nothing to do with Nick.
No, Nick and Teddy, I met them for the first time when they were together in Georgia Championship Wrestling. They both came over and introduced themselves to me.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hang on. Look here. We got to reach in the mailbag here.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day. Mailman, mailman, mail today. Reach right in and pull one out. Those letters. I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh boy!
Mailman, mail today.
Boom. Okay, let's see. Our first question comes from Jessica from Facebook, who says, rumors are swirling that The Rock may come back for WrestleMania in Saudi. Your thoughts, Bill?
It doesn't matter.
No, I mean,
he's still with the company. He's on the board of directors, and yeah, there's always rumors swirling around. So maybe. By the way, that great movie you just showed, That was similar to when I was a little kid and Perry Como had a show on NBC. And when we get letters, we get stacks and stacks of letters. Dear Perry, will you be so kind to sing our request of the songs we love best?
Is it very similar to the
Yeah,
jingle that we use?
yeah,
Yeah, the jingle that I use is an old radio jingle. For those of you wondering why it still says mail, it was an actual morning show jingle in radio from way back, and that used to be something that we would use in the radio to open up the mailbag. So
who wrote your theme song for Road Trip? That's excellent. Who wrote the
we have
lyrics to that?
we have a couple of them actually. So you talking about the one we used tonight?
Yes.
If you'll go back and watch the very beginnings, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He's credited on the opening for the music. Yeah, really great job. Let's see, Teddy, your thoughts if The Rock were to show up in Saudi at WrestleMania, which they expect to be a huge card, so I can actually see that being a possibility. If
But
that's going to be, if
what's
that's
the
going to be
big deal?
I'm wondering if it's his last match, if he goes to Saudi and has a match and it's his
Well,
last one.
wait a minute. That's not till 2027.
Correct.
Okay.
But so what I'm wondering is though, would fans like to see him show up in Saudi at WrestleMania for his last match? Is that a
I
place they
think
want to see him go?
I think they would. I mean, because he ain't a guy that's been there. He ain't a guy that's been floating around. He will be a big main attraction there. Yes,
Sure.
yeah, I think that would really go over big.
And they've
And
seen his movies there too. So
Ye-
they,
oh
he's a
yeah,
big movie star.
oh yeah,
Yes.
huge movie star. Let's see, Brad in Georgia writes, "You get to Bill, this is for you because we've done this with Teddy before. So Brad wants you to get a chance to relive a moment in your career, but only one moment of your career. What moment would that be?"
Backstage, Vince McMahon Sr. talking to Andy Kaufman and from the star of Taxi, and Vince saying he doesn't want to use him. So Andy came over to me and asked me what I'm doing after the matches. And I said, I'm taking the subway home. Here's the guy who is the star of the show Taxi taking the subway with me. We get to my apartment. All he's talking about is he wants to be Buddy Rogers. He wants to be Fred Blassie. I said, I know a guy in Memphis that would probably kill to have you there. I said, let's call him. And he said, it's 1:00 in the morning. I said, we're wrestling people. We're up all night. Called Jerry Lawler. And he said, you got Andy Kaufman, the star from Taxi, in your roach-infested apartment? I said, yeah. I put him on, and that put the key in the ignition to start the entire first volley of sports entertainment, Andy Kaufman against Jerry Lawler.
All right.
Yeah, man, that's
Now
and
that's a good story. See what I'm saying? How many people didn't know that?
Oh,
oh,
most everybody does. It's in my book, and I know
what,
if Andy
what
was
book is
here
that?
right now,
I didn't know it.
What book is that?
surprised, but if Andy was here right now, he would say, "Thank you very much."
What was the name of the book, Bill?
Is wrestling fixed?
Oh, I didn't know it was broken.
Thank you. That's the name.
You're welcome. You can get that book anywhere. Al in New Jersey, who do you think has or had the best entrance? Teddy?
Undertaker.
That was my first thought too. What about you, Bill?
Overtaker.
Overtaker?
No, Undertaker, definitely.
Man, Undertaker could have been a part of the Stranger Things show.
Oh,
I mean, come on.
God. Oh, don't get me started on that again.
I'm sitting here thinking of that right as we said his name. It's like, why didn't they have the Undertaker? I mean, even for the Undertaker, what a great way to put his name next to something that is so hot. I mean, and it would have fit perfectly. Shit, who knows? All right, let's see. Darla Staggs in the room saying hi to three of her favorite guys. And by the way, she will be one of the guests that will be taking place at Abdullah Butcher's 85th birthday, which is this weekend, right, Teddy?
Yeah, it's starting Friday at the Wyndham Hotel at the Atlanta airport, and then there's the birthday party is in Riverdale, Georgia.
Yeah, and I know that Herb Simmons will be there.
I'm supposed to be a guest there, but I have family commitments, so I couldn't commit. But Michaela and Abby, I've been talking to them almost every day, and I'm sorry I've got to miss that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't make it because I got a scheduling conflict that doesn't allow me to make it. Steve in the room saying, "Love watching you every week, guys. Have a great show. Three legends."
Thank you very much.
I see
Thank
two in the
you.
room. I don't see three. Steve is in the room as well. And Steve, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Bill, what's the craziest scene that you walked in on backstage that you can talk about?
Backstage that well, again, I don't think wrestling scripted. I'm always going to say that, but probably the night Ric Flair lost his title to Ricky Steamboat. I walked in when the two of them and Jimmy Crockett were talking about the finish, and I was like, "Oh, should I leave? Nope, you can stay." That was
Teddy,
crazy.
Teddy, same question for you. Anything you ever walked in on that was probably something maybe you shouldn't have walked in on that just blew you away?
I walked in one time in the United Center. We were in Chicago, and it might have been the same night with the Chi-Town Heat or something. I might have been the night I think I refereed. I came down with Steamboat and Flair.
Yeah.
But anyway, I walked into this room, and there was Ole Anderson, God rest his soul, and Stan Hansen talking, and they were plotting against Luger. And I heard Ole tell Hansen because Steve would always shoot at the back and bring it to the
Yeah.
ring. So I heard Ole telling Stan to spit it all over him.
Oh God. Did he do it? Do you remember if he did it? Did he spit it on him?
Yeah, he did.
Let's see.
I actually miss Ole. A lot of people had a lot of bad things to say about him. I had nothing but good things to say about him. He was one of the first people to put me on TV. He had a sarcastic nature, which I gave it back to him all the time. And yeah, I miss him. I was very, very good friends with him at the beginning of my career. He was a big help to me.
I met Ole a couple of times, not shake hands or anything like that when I was backstage, but Ole, I always heard stories about he was just he could be mean as hell, and just stay away from him because he's just nothing but mean and nasty.
Mac, a wrestler would go over to him and say, "Ole, what you want me to do for my finish tonight?" And he'd go, "I don't give a damn what you do. You can die in the ring. I don't give a damn. Just do your job, get your pay, and come back tomorrow and do it again." Right,
Dave Crone in the room saying, "Teddy, would you be general manager of SmackDown if they ask you again? You were the best. Holla, player."
Hey, it's all about the check.
That's right.
But you ain't got to worry about that though. Yeah, the people that now they wouldn't call me if I'd work for free.
Chris is C-Dub in the room right now. He talking about the Godfather being here, going. Let's see what's he doing. Choo choo, yeah, brother. Steve, let's see, Steve. How about there you go. You can ask Teddy, but I know he was around Big Daddy V.
Yeah. I was around Bristol for a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He sold him some Viagra that got him in unusual situation.
It wasn't no unusual situation. I went to wrestler's court.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But remember when you gave Viscera some and he had to look down going, whose is this?
Yeah, he did. He looked down. He took one day in the locker room. So I think this might have been his first one or something like that. I think it was, okay. So it's about 30 minutes later, he's running, calling me, trying to find me. So I'm like, what? And he pulls me out to the side and he says, "Brother," I look down and I'm like, "Who's this belong to? Is this mine?"
I never seen it before. Oh God, let's see. Ellen. Oh, Ellen's in the room. She just popped in as we're about to pop out. Good to see you, Ellen. And everybody who's going to be is in town. I know there's a lot of people in the Atlanta area right now for the big deal that's coming up on this weekend with Abdullah the Butcher. Herb Simmons, I know he was going to try to get in here tonight, but I don't think he was able to make it. And Dave, with one more thing in here, Teddy, were you there when Randy shit in a diva's purse, and who was she?
No, I don't know anything about that.
I know about somebody. I can't remember the story. Bill, do you remember the story about somebody leaving poop in somebody's purse? I remember that, but I can't remember who was involved.
Something with the midnight, no, with the Janetti and Shawn Michaels, but I haven't heard
that may have been what I'm thinking of. Was that Sonny?
No,
Is that Sonny that they pooped in the bag?
no,
No.
no. I don't. I really never heard of that thing.
Oh, yeah.
at all.
Money Mac, good to see you, brother. Saying hello, all, coming to you from the Bay Area in San Francisco, California. I love
Holla,
saying that name.
players.
Hey, Matt, you keep saying to all the people that are in, good to see you. How are you seeing all these people?
I'm seeing them on the screen. That can see their faces. They're all waving. Godfather's in the corner over here. He's a, yeah, brother. Yeah. Give me a second. As soon as I finish up here, I'll be right there. What, Teddy? No, he don't need any. All right, we're out of here. I'm Matt
I have
Davis.
my own.
He's got his own. By the way,
Me
starting
too.
next week, I
Me
mentioned
too.
these hats right here that you see, the after hours caps. We'll be going to our listeners who ask questions. We'll pick one of those names each week, and you'll receive one of the Road Trip After Hours ball caps.
By
We'll
the
send
way,
out-
Matt, just to let you know, before After Hours came along, one of my columns for the old magazines was called After Hours. So I'm going to get one of your hats, and I'm going to take the F and make it into a P and start selling them. It's a great
you
idea.
got to start wearing that at conventions, Bill. You got to start wearing that hat at the conventions. I'd
Oh,
like to see
really?
what kind of response
Yeah.
you would
Oh,
get.
you should. You
Oh, wait
should.
a minute. Hold on a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, don't make now he's gonna go find another ancient hat.
Hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
You thought you were free, Teddy.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, what's he got? What's he got?
Got to get my bling.
Oh, you got your, all right. Now, since you got the chain on, turn that hat a little bit sideways for me. Just turn it a little bit, give it a little added. There you go. Now,
Oh, no. Oh, right.
as always,
Oh, right.
you would close out the shows when we were on Sports Kita by singing us a tune. So why don't you do that again?
I'm going to do that. But give me what song? Give me a crooner song, like a Sinatra song. And
A
don't cut me
Sinatra
off.
song? You okay? My Way.
Yo, and now the end is near and
The end was near. Little did he know. I'm Mac Davis. That's WWE Hall of Famer Eddie Long. And we'll be back again next week. Same time. Actually, let me mention this before we get out of here. That I am going to be starting a new show on Thursday nights for JCW. And that's going to kind of alter the nights that we do this show. We'll be moving to Wednesdays. I'm not sure as soon as that I know the exact date. I'll let you know in advance, so you'll know in advance that we're doing this on Wednesdays and not Thursdays once that happens, if that made any sense. Teddy, I've enjoyed it, my friend. Bill, we'll bring you back in here and say goodbye to you as well. Always good to see you, Bill.
Times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could freaking chew, but through it all.
I'm so sorry.
That's
So
it.